Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on today. I am excited as always about the word of the Lord. I am a little tired. I am tired, but nonetheless, I am excited about the word of the Lord on tonight. I am excited about you all taking time out of your schedule to join me. It has been a whirlwind of a week so far. We are only on Wednesday and I feel like it's Saturday. Listen, this has been a whirlwind of a week in a good way. It's been a busy, a quick, and a very productive week. I have solidified a lot of things. I have got a lot of things set in stone. I have rearranged some stuff on my calendar. So I am excited about that. I am excited about you all joining me on tonight. Listen, I want to thank you all. Hey, all y'all over there on YouTube. I see you, Taylor. I was about to call her Tay Tay, but I see you, Taylor. Emily, I see you all. Isha, I see y'all over there on YouTube. Good. I was about to say good morning. Good evening to all of the faithful people over here on Facebook. Listen, I bless God for you because it keeps me humble because I think about it. You could be doing anything else, but you tuned in just to see, well, what is the Lord saying on tonight? So that makes me excited that you trusted the word of the Lord and what he speaks to me, that you trust that to truly be from God. That is very important in this day and time. But I want to take time out to thank you all for joining me on last Friday night as I celebrated one of my spiritual fathers and mothers in the gospel, Dr. Stevens. Thank you all for joining me there at the City Church, North Lake. My God, I knew. I told you. God told me, I'm going to wreck the place. I just need you. And I didn't have any, and I love the way the way he ministers through me now. It's not like he give me a lot of information. It's just that he just say, just go, and I give it to you when you get there. He'll give me bits and pieces, and he said, I'll solidify it when you get there. And the word of the Lord that came forth, and it blessed. I'm so excited that it blessed the people of God and that there was confirmation to what God said. And I am excited about that. I'm always excited when God comes back and he confirms his word, because we just deliver it and we don't know, the fruit of the word. A lot of times we just do what God tells us to do and we keep moving. But every word was confirmed. Every word was backed up. And I am excited about that. I am excited. Listen, on Sunday, y'all all right? Sold out, y'all all right? Are y'all all right after Sunday? Because listen, did God not do what he always did? He came through, he wrecked the place. My daughter's like, I couldn't get much footage because you was running and the camera was going and people was everywhere. So she said, I tried to get what I can. And I said, you know what? I said, don't worry about that. I said, don't worry about that. I said, you just do. I said, get what you can and we'll let God do the rest. I said, it's for the people that's in the house. And listen, God wrecked that place Sunday. Listen. I was still, y'all, Sunday night. Okay, so already Friday, after Friday, I didn't sleep. I did not go to sleep Friday. I got a phone call early that morning, so I had to get up and do some things. But I had not even been asleep. I think I dozed. I took a nap for about 3 hours on Friday. And so so when I did what I had to do, took care of some things, ran some errands, got back home, I think I took another nap for like 4 hours. Then I was up Sunday. Minister Sunday came home. I think I slept like 4 more hours. So by Tuesday, I was feeling okay. Like, okay, I can come on down there. Come on in. So about Tuesday, I think Tuesday I went to bed and I really, really, really slept. And I slept good. I did sleep good Saturday night, but then I didn't sleep good Sunday. And this is all part of when you're being used by God, because my desire, my heart is that God would empty me out. That's why I fast, I consecrate, I do all these things, that God would empty me out. So that whatever he wants to say to his people through me, that it can be done with evidence and with power. So after I minister like that, I don't get sleep. I'm used to it. It's just a part of my life. So about Tuesday, I was feeling okay. Then the day, I feel like I wanted to crash and burn again. And then my daughter reminded me, she said, God still got you fasting, don't he? I said, yeah, I ain't able to come off. So we on like day 32. Listen, of fasting and consecrating. So I'm still not eating. I'm still eating moderately, doing what he telling me. No sweets, and I don't even think. I said, well, Lord, if you can just take that desire while we're doing this fast, that'll be good too. So haven't had any sweets in about 32 days. Been going off of one meal, sometimes no meals, sometimes absolute for 32 days. So I'm just excited about what God is doing in this season. I told him, I said, my heart's desire is to be your hands and your feet. And so that is what he's doing. I pray that you are in a position where God is able to use you. And when he tell you to turn down your plate, you turn it down. Why? Because there's power in that. But listen, I want you all, while we are in this 10th month. Listen, on Sunday, God told us, he said, this is the 10th month. Number 10 means testimony. So all you went through, all you've been praying for, all you've been believing, this month you shall testify. Can y'all just drop that in the chat for me real quick? I was about to say hit your neighbor, but you ain't got no neighbor. Listen. Drop it in the chat for me. I am going to testify. Y'all, I just felt real preachy right there. I am going to testify this month. Number 10 means testimony. Number 10 means completeness. Number 10 means responsibility. He's about to complete what he did those other 9 months. He's got to solidify this thing. And this month you shall testify. But watch this. You must have been obedient. Okay. Obedience is tied to your testimony. Listen, obedience is tied to your testimony. On Sunday, God came through. He absolutely, I can't articulate what he did. I can't articulate how swiftly he moved. But listen, he did a quick and a mighty work on Sunday. It was so much running and rolling and pandemonium in the house. We all were just like, okay, whew. Everybody was saying, hold it Sunday. Because it was, you just had to be in the house. I'm so excited about what God is doing. And listen, he said, not much longer now. Things are about to happen. Quick, go ahead and drop that in the chat. Quick, when I tell you to drop that in the chat, the reason I'm telling you to do that is because you're already prophesying to yourself. Listen, quickly, things are going to happen quickly. And I am excited about it. So let's jump right into the word of the Lord. Listen, let's jump right into the word of the Lord. What he gave me on today, and I'm gonna tell y'all, it was not a this morning. It was not a I really thought, I said, well, maybe I just go live because I know I need to minister to the people, because I felt the pull of the Lord to get on here. I felt that all day, even as tired as I was. I said, I still got to do the work of the Lord. My flesh will not determine or dictate to me. Listen, y'all. My flesh will not dictate to me how God used me. I just said something right there. My flesh will not dictate to me what I cannot and cannot do, what I can and cannot do when God has given me instruction. I won't, that's the reason why we fast, we pray, we consecrate, is to make this flesh come under subjection to the power and authority of God. So I tell my flesh, I don't care how tired you are. When that button hit live, when they say you are now live, guess what? There is a word from the Lord. And so I was like, I'm just going to go live. I don't know what the Lord going to say. And so as I was sitting there, now I was going through some notes and looking through some other things, that my personal stuff. And God began to tell me, he said, you on my mind. And I said, what? I said, I'm on your mind. I said, of course I'm on your mind, because I'm your girl. And I started doing my whole, I'm your girl. And you got me. And I was going through all that. And he said, no, tell my people, they're on my mind. I'm thinking about them. And I said, ooh. And I said, what? Y'all, can you even imagine when you think about those words? I'm on the mind of God. What? God is thinking about me. So if I'm on the mind of God and he cares about me, he's concerned about me, and he will watch this, and he will withhold, watch this, Jasmine, he will withhold no good thing from me, and I'm on his mind. I don't care what y'all doing in this world. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if it's a government shutdown. I don't care if it's a government takeover. I don't care. Tell me I'm on his mind. And if I'm on the mind of God, ain't nothing stop me. Tamika, I'm on his mind. Sheila, I'm on his mind. He's thinking about me, Yolanda. Wait, what? He's thinking about you. Let's get into this word. God gave me this. He said, I see you and I am concerned about you. Watch this, Dana. Don't you ever let anyone tell you, watch this, Isha, that that God is not concerned about what you're dealing with, what you're going through, what you facing, how you feel, what you thinking, what they said about. He said, I'm concerned. I already said recompense. He said, but I already told y'all that I'm concerned about you. Watch this. He said, I'm concerned about you. This right here gonna bless you. Keisha, he says, I'm concerned about you. Even when your mind ain't on me, my mind is on you. Even when your mind is way out there, thinking about what you're gonna do in 2027 and 2026 and next year. He said, I'm thinking about you. When you ain't even concerned about me, I'm concerned about you. It says, because watch this, you cannot hide from God. Even when you don't want to be found by him, he still see you. Even when you don't want to be recognized by him, he still see you. Even when you don't want him to even think about you, he's still thinking about you. Remember a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Job, and Job said, why am I on your mind? Why don't you just leave me alone? Why can't you stop thinking about me? What Job said. He said, I know I'm on your mind because all this stuff is happening to me, but I ain't dying. So I know I must be on the mind of God. If you still hit, okay, y'all, listen to this. You cannot hide from God because of God's omnipresence. He's everywhere. By his omniscience, he's all-knowing. Elroy, I see you. Y'all remember I did that whole series about Elroy when I told y'all I woke up. This is like a side note, but when Keisha posted, I had to comment. Y'all remember when I did that whole series, probably on YouTube somewhere next. I know Facebook erased all these stuff. So it's on, you have to go on YouTube. And I talked all about Elroy. I see you. And the whole thing happened because I was asleep. And I have these like open eye visions. And I happened to be asleep. And when I woke up, I just saw two eyes looking at me. Yeah, I know some of this stuff. So y'all do, I want to be a prophet and I want to be in the third heaven. Some of this stuff will scare you half to death. I woke up and I saw two eyes staring back at me. Yeah, oh yeah, I hollered real loud. My daughters, they so used to it, they just be like, yeah, she on one. I hollered so loud. Then I heard God say, I see you. And I was like, but I ain't doing nothing. Because normally when somebody say they see you, that means you done got caught doing something. But God says, I see you in your good. I see you in your bad. I see you when you're happy. I see you when you're sad. I see you when you're sick. I see you I see you. All of you. Mind, body, and spirit, I see you. Oh, Tamika says it's over there on YouTube. Y'all taught a whole series on that. Watch this. And watch this. He says, you cannot have me because I'm omnipresent. And I'm omniscient. I'm all seeing and I'm all knowing. That means God is aware of everything. And there is no, watch this. There is no place or thought. It's our thinking. So the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. It's what's in you. It's what's in here. He said, I know your thoughts. I know what you're thinking. Back in the day, they used to call it, sometimes we be doing some stinking thinking. You thinking about stuff you ain't got no business thinking. Why you thinking like that? Before God, when God started ushering me into the prophetic, the first thing he dealt with me about was my thought pattern. He said, why you think that? But why are you thinking that? And I'm like, I don't know. He said, where'd that come from? Because it ain't from me. It ain't from the throne. It ain't from heaven. So who you think put that thought in? Yeah, I could deal with that all day. About the thoughts that we have. Just a negative thought. Why do you think it won't work? Well, why do you think? Why do you think the worst out of everything? Why don't we watch this? Why don't we automatically think the best? You know why? Because the Bible says the heart is deceitfully wicked, and who could know it? But God. So you don't know how wicked your heart is, but God do. Oh, God, have mercy. That's why he said, I desire to give you one heart, a new heart that is sensitive, that will automatically do what I say. I taught that one too. I taught about the new heart. I have to go in the y'all have to go in the archives and find that one. But listen, let's get to this. Hebrews 4:13. Nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight. Watch this. But all things are naked and exposed before him. even what you thinking. Even what you're thinking. He says, I can see that. And one thing what I love about fasting and consecrating, why y'all always say, Doctor, why she always fasting? Why she always consecrate? Why she always get so excited about it? Because he reveals to me what's in here that I don't know about. He reveals what's in here. And when I say he reveals, watch his issue. I'll be thinking something. He said, why you think that? Why you do that? Why are you looking at them like that? A lot of people all said, Doctor, you fix your face. I'm like, oh, yeah. You know what? Because it's automatic. It's in here. You think it and it show up on your face. You be looking, huh? You know, and sometimes you ever been around a person, I'm one of them, you ain't got to say nothing. You can just look at their face expression and be like, oh, they mad. Oh, they ain't like that. Or people ask me, why you looking like that? And a lot of times I tell people, I say, well, that tells me that you don't know me, because it's certain looks that I give when I'm in the prophetic, that you can't. I'm looking beyond you, really. I'm not even really looking at you. And then when you flow in the prophetic, a lot of times I tell people, I say, I really can't see. I say things look like shadows. I can't really see, like, oh, that's Crystal. Oh, that's Christian. Oh, that's Whitney. It's more like you seeing shadows. But we know that God watches. He sees everything. Ooh, can y'all drop that in the chat? God sees everything, and he's still concerned about you. Ooh, he know what you're thinking, and he's still concerned. He know what you really feel in your heart, and he's still concerned. You're still on his mind. Watch this. It says, Hebrews 4:13, nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight, but all things are naked. Watch this. All things are naked and exposed before him. You can't hide it. You can hide it from Dr. 3. You can hide it from your family members, but you can't hide it from God. And then the fact that you can't hide it from God is he'll turn around here and reveal it to somebody. Do you get mad at them because God revealed them? Why are you mad at them? Why not get mad at God? Well, I just said something. Why are you mad? Can I just say this? Why do we get mad? Because I've been there. Why do we get mad when God reveals our true self? Watch this. To somebody. Why we get mad at them? I ain't fooling with them no more. Where's who you really are? Maybe reveal it to them because they got your answer. Maybe reveal it to them because they can help you come out. Maybe reveal it to them because they were once like you. But our human nature, we cut them off. I ain't dealing with them no more. I don't want to be around anymore. Well, why are you mad at them? Because God showed them who you really are so they can help you. Can I teach this thing? Watch this. Omnipresence means God's presence, watch this, is not limited to a specific location. He fills all of heaven and all of earth at the same time. Watch this. And he makes it possible to find a place to hide, which makes it, no, let me slow it down so I can say this right. God fills all of heaven and all of earth at the same time. Watch this, making it impossible for us to hide from him. God, I love you. He said, I'm in all of heaven and I'm in all of earth. So how you gonna hide from me? I'm in every crevice. I'm in every room. I'm in every house. I'm in every car. I'm on every job. I am everywhere in heaven and in earth all at the same time. I'm at the Allison's house and I'm at Dr. 3's house. I'm at Dr. 3's house, the Allison's house, the Bell's house. I'm in all y'all house. And I know what all y'all doing. And ain't nothing hidden from me. Watch this. Says Psalms 139, 17 through 18. How precious, he says, watch this, nothing about you, watch this, Deacon Allison, nothing about you, nothing about Dr. 3, nothing about Isha, none of us is hidden from God. Watch this. Yet Psalms 139, 17 through 18 says, how precious are your thoughts about me? How precious are your thoughts about me, oh God? They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. That's how many thoughts he got about Each one of us. Go out there on the beach. I need y'all to start counting and give me a count of how many grains of sand y'all find. Give you 1 hour. You wouldn't even have a whole cup of sand in 1 hour and would have counted the grains. It's the thoughts that God has towards us outnumber the grains of sand. Think about that. I don't think about nobody that much. I don't think about nothing that much. So that means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch this. Because he neither slumbers nor sleeps, then that means all day, every day, round the clock, I'm on his mind. What? He's that concerned about us. While okay. Well, I might go to church. Well, I might go here. Well, I might serve him. Well, I might go to the outreach. Well, I might go do it. We are on his mind that much. Look how much he on ours. How much is he on our mind? Let's flip it. How much thought do you give to the plans of God? How much thought every day do you give to the things of God? Woo! How much thought every day do you give to the kingdom? How much thought every day do you give to the assignment? Whew. Think about that. But yet, all day, every day, since the day, not even, watch this, y'all, not even since you were born. We're talking about since the moment of conception. You were on his mind. My God, today. Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Watch this. Why is he thinking about me? Plans to prosper you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you an expected end. While we thinking it might work, it might not work. And yet God is sitting there saying, I want her to do well. I want her to prosper. I want her to go forth. I want her to do this. And I want her to do that. And I'm going to empower her. And I'm going to send her this. And I'm going all day long, every day. And we can't even decide if I'm going to lift my hands and worship. We can't even decide, where am I going to go to church? Where am I going to go to prayer? Where am I going to go help the outreach? Where am I going to go? We can't decide what we want to do. But all day, every day, Ashley, he's thinking about us, wanting the best for us. He said, come on, you got it. Come on, you can do it. God has more faith, watch this, and stock in us than we got in him. He has more faith and belief. It says, in your mother's womb, that's when it all began. Watch this. Jeremiah 29:11, because we quote it. Do we really understand what that means? Because if you really dissected that thing, it'll make you weep. That's how much God think about me. And I can only think about him on certain nights of the week. Ooh, God, watch this. That's how much God think about me. But I can only think about him if I got to go preach. That's how much God think about me. But I can only think about him if somebody remind me that I'm supposed to be on the Bible study. That's how much God think about me. But I can only think about him if I got the money. I can only think about him if I ain't got nothing else to do this weekend. If it don't interfere with my plans. If it don't make nobody else mad. Y'all, watch this. Jeremiah 29, for I know the plans I have for you. He said, I'm rooting for you. He said, and my plans are for you to prosper, for you to do well. Physically, mentally, financially, to prosper. He says, my plans are never to harm you. I don't wish no evil on you. He said, that ain't my plan. Watch this. He says, my plan is to give you an expected end. What is an expected end? A hope and a future. He says, I'm rooting for you. He said, I see that I'm Alpha and Omega. I see down the road. He said, in your mother's womb, I ordained you. In your mother's womb, I spoke it over your life. He said, so I already know what's down the road. And I'm saying, come on. I'm sending you what you need. I'm doing this. I'm allowing this. I'm doing all these things. And you yet think you ain't on my mind. He said, would I ever give you a task and not help you to fulfill? Who am I talking to? Would I ever give you an assignment and help you not fulfill it? This is what God had to tell me. He said, would I ever give you an assignment and not help it be fruitful? Woo! He said, I never told you it was going to be easy. He said, I never told you could do it by yourself. He said, but I said, I gave you the instructions and I told you to go and I'll be with you. I don't know who this is for, because you're thinking, watch this. You're thinking, watch this, Ashley. This is going to bless you. Watch this. This is going to bless you. This is going to bless you. When he give you an assignment, watch this. It's never going to be easy. When he give you an assignment, you ain't got enough. You ain't got the resources. You ain't got the people. Because guess what? If you had all those things in place, why would you need to trust God? Ooh. If you had all the money to get it done, why would you have to trust God? Watch this. Because you can have all the money and get the building, but it's going to take God to fill it to send the people. Still got to trust him. Watch this. You can have you can have some of the things in place and not what you, watch this, and not what you think you really need. And God is saying, that's because I need you to depend on me. This is how I'm going to grow you up. Because if you got all the resources, all the means, everything is in place, you can make it do what it do, then you go on and you do it, then you don't need me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an assignment that seems, I don't even know what, this has nothing to do with what I'm supposed to be teaching, but I'm going to stay here. I'm going to give you an assignment so big and so crazy, you're going to be like, nah, ain't no way. Not me. He ain't calling me to do that. No. Because this is what I was saying. Ain't no way in the world. I don't even like people like that. Look, me and my girls, I'm good. No. Once a month, I have service. Once a year, we'll have worship and warfare. And I do a retreat. And God, but this right here, because I don't like, if I be honest, I didn't like people like that. I don't like having to depend on people. I depend on God. And he said, there it is. He said, I'm going to break that. He said, I'm going to break that. Because watch this. You can have all the money in the world. Watch this. And you can get the building. But it's going to take God to send the people. You got a nice building? No, not building it nice. God got to send the people. You know how many churches it is in Charlotte? Okay, I'm going to tell y'all that. Let's think of it this way. Let's think of it. Rebecca, watch it. It don't make no sense. I taught that a couple weeks. It don't make no sense. Think about it this way. I'm going to tell you how concerned God is about you. Watch this. Whatever it is that God is telling you to do, and you like, man, I can't do that. Come on now. We'll say I done got too old, or I know somebody else already doing it. But I will guarantee you, they not doing it the way God telling you to do it. They are not doing this thing the way that God is telling you to do it. And because he sees you and he knows you, he can trust you with this new assignment. Watch it, because the way it's being done, he said, it ain't working. It ain't me. I don't like it. Who am I talking to? He said, so I got to raise up somebody I can trust to do it my way. I can raise up, watch this. I can raise up somebody who I can trust who will not compromise the gospel in doing it. I got to raise up somebody that will do it knowing I'm watching. Watch this. Knowing that I'm watching them so they'll be integral. Ooh, I got to raise up somebody that'll do it not their way, but God's way. Because when you do it God's way, the first thing people say, I ain't never seen anybody do it like that before. And you won't. I'm original. I set the trend for others to follow. Who is this for tonight? He's trying to call you to be a trendsetter. And you still, man, I ain't got enough. And if you just step out on God, can I help you? Y'all got me doing. See, what's supposed to be doing all this tonight? If you would just step out on God, because watch this, he says, I'm concerned about you, and I'm not going to give you an assignment that's going to break you. I'm not going to give you an assignment that's going to break you. I'm going to give you an assignment that's going to build you. I'm going to give you an assignment that's going to catapult you. I'm going to give you an assignment to break chains off your whole family. Trendsetter. Can somebody drop that in the chat? And let me get back to my notes because y'all working too hard. Watch this. It says, oh God. Listen to this. Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11. It says, this promise expresses the watch this, Shalonda, the unchanging heart of God towards his people. Say, when it come to you, watch this, Jose, watch this, Jackie, watch this, y'all. He says, when it come to you, my heart don't change. Wouldn't that be so? Okay, watch this. Y'all think. Let's just think about this real quick. This just is like mind blowing to me. What if it was somebody that no matter what you did, their heart never changed towards you? I don't even know. Besides my grandbabies, because Mimi can't do no wrong. I'm like the best thing since sliced bread. When Snoop see me, when Snoop see me, he said, "Oh, that my Mimi." Yes. Listen. Could you imagine what it would be like if you had somebody in your life that no matter what you did, bad day don't matter? Oh, God, listen. God, it says Jeremiah 29:11 is the promise. It shows the unchanging heart of God towards his people. What is it? He has a future and a hope for his people, even when you're going through, even when you're suffering, even when you turn your back. He said, I still got hope in the future for you. I don't want to serve God no more. I ain't gonna preach no more. I ain't gonna serve no more. I'm gonna leave that church. I'm gonna leave this one, and I ain't gonna. And he said, and I still got a purpose for your life. Hi, Princess Brinkley. Listen, he said, I still got a purpose for your life. What? Okay, I just heard this in the spirit. Y'all listen to this. He says, when you don't want nothing to do with me, I still want you. Oh my God. When you don't want nothing to do with me, I'm still concerned about you. When you don't want to even serve me no more, because not because of what I God done, but what the world did to you, and you mad at me. He said, what they got to do with me? He said, I'm still concerned about you. I have known parents, watch this, not mine and not me with my daughters, but I've known parents because their kids get so treacherous and so trifling that they cut them off. God say, not me. Ooh, Jesus. Think about that. Jeremiah, watch this. It is, no, let me finish this. It says God's promises, Jeremiah 29:11, Jeremiah 29:11, expresses the unchanging heart of God toward his people. Watch this. Satan's deception, listen to this, y'all. Satan's deception is to rob God's people of their sense of God's hope for you. That's Satan's job. I'm gonna make you think that there is no hope. I'm gonna make you think that God don't want you. I'm gonna make you think that God has left you. I'm gonna make you think that God has forsaken you. I'm gonna keep whispering in your ear, and you're gonna believe it. That's his MO. He's the father of lies. His MO, you by yourself. You out there by yourself. You alone. You just need to be isolated. Watch this. And as a prophet, we know about isolation. But can I tell y'all something? A prophet that stay in a cave is no good. Woo, I just said something. A prophet, we pass through the cave. We don't stay in the cave. How long you gonna be in isolation? Because if you stay in isolation, how God gonna use you? Okay, but I ain't gonna mess with y'all tonight. I'm gonna stay right here. It's a danger in being isolated too long. Can y'all just drop it in the chat and I'm gonna come back to it and I'll teach you later. It's a danger in being isolated too long. Can I scream this to y'all real quick? Get out the cave. It's time to come on out. The world has need of you. God, the kingdom needs you. Come out the cave. Okay. I'll be good. Let me go back to this. says this fast then ignited a whole fire in me. And it's like I be trying to maintain stuff and I can't. It's like fire shut up in my bones. Okay, yeah, that. Okay, but let me stay here. So Jeremiah 31:3. Well, how much time I got? Oh, there it is. I can't remember here. 38 minutes. I'm gonna hurry up. Listen, Jeremiah 31:3. It says, the Lord have appeared unto me, saying, I have loved you. Watch this. Watch this, Dana. With an everlasting love. Whew. An everlasting love. It never stops. You want to know if does God love me? Everlasting. It cannot stop. It goes on and on and on and on to the end of time, then it carry on after the end time. It never stops. Watch this. Romans 8:35-37. Who shall separate us from the love of God which is in Christ Jesus? None, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. That shows you his unstoppable nature of the unstoppable nature of God's love. And his love is what causes us to be victorious. Y'all do know that. It's because he loves us that we are victorious. It is his love that causes us to overcome. Watch this. Ephesians 2:10. For we are God's masterpiece. Y'all, I can tell you, y'all got to know who you are. And quit walking around scared and I can't, and what if it happened? And what if what if you doing it in work? Start flipping it, because I'm telling y'all, all these negative thoughts are coming from from Satan. That's why I keep telling you, y'all better watch who in y'all ear. You better watch. You know what? God showed me something. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So powerful that coming into pastoring, he's like making me learn more of me and my timing and the way I do things. And he started telling me, he says, okay, after you preach, so I have been doing this like ever since I started Friday nights, ever since we started doing First Fridays. After I would have service, I would have to talk to somebody. I would dissect the service, go through the service. This happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, what I could remember. And then I would wait. And then a few days later, I'll come back again, dissect it again. This happened, this happened, this happened. Because guess what? While y'all at home, oh, glory, oh, the service is so good. I'm on my face. God, I hope I pleased you. God, did you do this right? God, did. And so what God started telling me, he said, so I think it was maybe Tuesday when I came all the way down. He said, now what I want you to start doing, don't get on that phone after you preach on Sunday. And I was like, huh? But I got to go. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I got to dissect and I got to get my notes right. So the next time I can say, he said, I need you to be shh. And I tell him, but God, I need to. And then he said, he said about 4 times. And by the 4th time, I was like, okay. He said, be quiet. He said, you have to learn. He said, what you letting go in these ear gates? Because you're getting, he said, you're speaking it out of your mouth. Watch this. You speak it out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. What my flesh, watch this, experience, what my spirit did, what all these things I'm speaking, watch this, I'm speaking out of my mouth. And so now I'm thinking about them. But you're not, I was not giving it enough time to just shh in his presence and let it marinate and then think about it later when it's just me and God. But I was dissecting, I was spewing it out of my mouth, telling my daughters, this happened, sir. To the point they're like, okay, we got to go to bed. We got to go to bed. But no, you need to hear, this is what happened. And this is what God showed me. And when I was doing this, this is what God said. And then they'll start telling me, well, do you remember you did this? You remember you did this? Well, I don't remember none of that. But what you think about this? And what's the way? And God said, stop. So what we have to learn to do, shut out all the noise, all the voices, even our own voices. Watch this. Even our own voices. Because when you're doing all this talking, Satan like, so you ain't like that. Okay, well, I'm going to magnify that. Then you're going to get a phone call, and then somebody else is going to say, well, you know what, this right here happened, and this right here happened. And now you all up in the air and aggravated. And now I want to teach, and now I want to go to work, and now I'm just going to quit. And that's that's how we do. We'll start talking about something. Watch it. Tell me if I'm wrong. You'll start telling somebody something that happened. This happened. This happened. This happened, and watch this. Then give it a couple hours. Somebody else that wasn't even with that had nothing to do with that conversation gonna call you, and they're gonna say, you know what? I was just thinking X, Y, and Z, and now you all up in the air. Watch the tactics of the enemy in this season. Shh. Shh. Watch this. Because it's a whole lot that can be going right. But he gonna magnify the one little thing. The one little thing. And I kept telling my daughter, and I was like, and I tell my daughters, I was saying, why is it? I said, something could have went so well. I'm thinking, well, God, I know you pleased. That went so well. And it'll be one little thing. And that one little thing, I had me tore up like, woo, Jesus. And Crystal is always the one. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. Like it. But to me, the thing to magnify, it's a blow. It's mega. And it really was not. Y'all think about it. It really wasn't that big. And Satan will use whoever he can. And y'all, you won't even be talking about them. You won't even be talking to them. And I promise you, one little thing. And when God began to tell me, he said, if I'm watching you and I'm concerned about it and I see it, why do you have the need to talk about it? Why do you have the need to keep bringing it up? He told me, he said, shh. And I said, really? He said, he said, I'll talk about it. I'm telling you how Satan works. You can't even halfway tell about the good things that God doing. Watch this, because I know somebody else with that right there. They were trying it too, and it was working good for them for a while, and then it went. So I say, but I'm gonna prove it. Watch this. I'm gonna prove it, because we got to understand. Watch this. That if God sees everything I'm dealing with, he's concerned about everything concerning me. Why do you think he's going to get you all the way out here and then leave you? Why do you think he said, I will never leave nor forsake you? He said, wherever you go, I'm going to be there. I'm not present. I'm all that. And I'm concerned about you from the day of conception. And I've never stopped being concerned about you. Why do you think I'm going to let somebody get over on you? Why do you think I'm going to let them use you up? Why do you think I'm going to let them misuse you, mistreat you? Why do you think that? Because that's what it looked like to you. Woo! He says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. You think they getting over. And I'm saying recompense. Okay, y'all. Woo! You think I don't know who this is for. You think they winning. You think they getting over. God's sitting there like, the clock is ticking. Woo! He telling you, shh, the clock ticking. He's sitting back watching. He ain't opening. He said, the clock ticking. Let it ride out. Whew. Out of all they said about Jesus, watch this. He never chased a lie. He never tried to correct them. He said, you have spoken. You said it. I ain't say it. You mentioned that. I ain't mentioned it. He never, out of all the scribes, the Pharisees and all of them was saying about him, Jesus never went, well, let me correct that, because you do know I'm the Son of God. And don't you know when John the Baptist baptized me, did you not see the dove? Didn't y'all see the dove? Jesus wasn't doing none of that. Watch this. Says, y'all have so many scriptures left. It's ridiculous right now. Oh no, I can't do all this tonight. I'm gonna give you my closing scripture, and then I'm gonna mark it. I may do a part 2 next week, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11 more scriptures. We'll be here all night. Watch this. God is concerned. I'm trying to figure out how I can mark this. Let me see. Yeah, I'll mark it right. Okay, I got it. God is concerned about everything concerning you. He sees everything you're dealing with. He sees everything you're going through. He is there. He's with you. He said, you're not in it by yourself. He said, you're not in this by yourself. He said, you got to get your mind off of what everybody else doing and what the whole world doing. And whole world. He said, get your mind on me. Get your mind on the things of God. He said, because I'm trying to show you your way out. I'm trying to show you your way out and your way in. Woo. Y'all better hear it. I'm trying to show you your way out, your way in, your way up. Woo, God, I love you. Let me give you this last one. 2 Corinthians 11:3. Watch this. Watch what Paul told the Corinthians. And I'm going to get off here. Watch what Paul told the Corinthians. But I am afraid. This is 2 Corinthians 11:3. 2 Corinthians 11:3. And I'm going to close with this. This is what Paul told the Corinthians. But I am afraid that just as Eve was deceived by the serpent's cunning, your minds may somehow be led astray from your sincere and pure devotion to Christ. He said, I'm scared for y'all. He said, I'm scared y'all gonna be led astray by all this stuff going on out here because y'all think that God don't care about y'all. Y'all think that God forgot. He said, I'm scared. Listen to what it says. Eve was deceived by the serpent's cunning. I told you he the father of lies. Soon as you start speaking little stuff, he sends somebody in to speak it even more negative than you did. He sends somebody in to magnify it. It wasn't even that serious. It was just one little thing. One person said something out of 70 and you mad. 70 people, so 69 of them, watch this, 69 said it was great. That one person, I ain't like it. No. Why we got to do it like that? That one person, the guy had you turn all the way left. One. And Satan, watch this. And what Satan do, he'll magnify that one negative person, but that one negative statement, he gonna magnify that. You gonna forget about the 69 good ones you heard. You gonna forget about the 69 confirmations you just got. And you're gonna focus on that one negative one. Because that's how Satan works. Watch this. Paul said, I'm afraid the same way Eve was tricked, y'all gonna get tricked too. Because Satan is cunning. He's sneaky. He said, I'm scared. Y'all gonna, he said, I'm scared that y'all gonna stray from God. I'm scared. He said, y'all gonna stray from your sincere and pure devotion to Christ. You're gonna leave the church. You're gonna leave the disciples. You're gonna leave the following. You're gonna leave the word. He said, I'm scared. Because Satan's slick. He gonna get you out there. Thank you, Keisha. She got all my scriptures up there. Let me see if I can pin it. There it is. He said, I'm scared that you're gonna get out there. You're gonna fall for the okie doke. You're gonna fall for what he's saying. Come on over here. You're gonna start eating from all these tables, and then you're gonna get confused. That's what Satan did. Go on and try it. You ain't gonna die. Because Satan's so sneaky, he talking about a physical death. When God was talking about spiritual, your eyes about to come open. Ooh, Jesus. It ain't gonna kill you. Ain't nobody gonna know. But you're gonna die spiritual death if you keep on playing. Who am I talking to? Warning. Ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't nobody gonna know I'm eating from this table. Even but eventually you're gonna start looking malnutrition. Eventually it's gonna start showing. Eventually you're gonna get sick. Watch this. It says Paul understood that Satan's deception of Eve in the Garden of Eden, Genesis 3:1-5, is a good example of Satan's deceptive. He's deceptive. His deceptive tactics, his lie to Eve was this. Watch this. You're not going to die. What to tell you? You ain't going to die. Eat the fruit. He's just telling you that he created you. He loved you with everlasting love. You really ain't going to die, but you're going to die a spiritual death. Your eyes about to come open. Now you're about to have pain in childbirth. Now you're going to have to work for everything you get. When it was headed to you on a silver plate. Do y'all understand this? No, you ain't going to die, but life about to be hard for you. No, you ain't going to die, but you about to have a whole lot of struggles that you wouldn't have had if you just did what God told you. He says, I see you, I know you, and I care about everything concerning you. He said, everything concerning you. He said, I care about it. Don't you ever let this world tell you that God don't care. Don't you ever think that what you're doing, he can't see. He said, I'm Elroy, I see everything. I see and I know. He said, I'm all knowing. Satan is not. Because watch this. We give Satan more credit than we give God. We really do. We people give Satan more. We give him credit for everything. We give him more credit than we give God. Satan ain't all knowing. God is. He's not all powerful. God is. Know the difference. Listen, I love y'all. I got to get off here. I'm off tomorrow. Praise Jesus. I got things to do. I got to get wrap up some stuff for God's girl. I got to wrap up some stuff for Sunday. Listen, Sunday. All roads lead to 4409 North Tryon Street, Suite D. We are celebrating. Actually, today. Oh, praise God. Today is our 4-year anniversary date. 10-1. I remember that. Our 4-year anniversary date is today. So happy 4 years, Sold Out International. Listen, but Sunday, we will have our celebration celebration encounter. Listen, the choir is going to sound so excited to hear this. The choir is singing. The youth are dancing. I heard the youth are singing. We got some testimonials coming. Listen, I am so excited. It's going to be a celebration of what God has done. Just to thank him and to show him that we're grateful because he didn't have to. He didn't have to choose us. He didn't have to choose me. Listen, to lead his people. Because to me, it is not my ministry. To me, it's God's ministry. And I'm just his hands and feet. That's how I've always looked at it. It is a kingdom assignment. We have done so much. God has blessed us and allowed us to do so much in such little time. So I'm excited about what he's going to do for the next 10, 15 years. I said, God, this is, if you're doing all this now, I don't know. So I am so excited. Come out, celebrate with us at 2 p.m. You hear some of the testimonies and how the ministry has blessed the people of God. I'm excited to hear it. I'm going to share too out there. I got to share how Sold Out International has blessed me. So I'm excited about that. If you are not a member, because I've given all the members opportunity to let me know who doing what, so I can put it on the program order service. Y'all know we're going to try or order a service. We're going to try. But if you're listening and you know you're going to be there and you want to share the impact or how Sold Out International has blessed you, reach out to me and I can put you on the program to do that. Listen, because it ain't going to be no, I'm here, so now just let me share. No. Because we ain't going to be here all night. That's what we're not about to do. Listen, so I love you all. Listen, if you want to sow into this word, you're sowing into absolute fertile soil. The testimonies are coming in from Sunday and Friday night, and I am so excited about that. If you need a place to tithe, this is absolute fertile soil. You're tithing into good ground. We sow it back into the kingdom to do a kingdom work. And listen, I'm excited about that. So if you want to sow, the information is on the bottom of the screen. But meet us this Sunday at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 4409 North Tryon Street, Suite D, where we'll be celebrating 4 years of God's faithfulness. Listen, I love you. I decree and I declare that your sleep shall be sweet on tonight. And I will see you. Outreach this Saturday. I'm going to see if I can fit it in my schedule to be out there with you. But Sold Out International, we going to the streets. We'll be on the streets in the Sugar Creek area. I'm going to make it my business to be out there. Not the whole time, but as much as I can. I have some other things lined up. It is Pastor's Appreciation Month. Listen, I know somebody told me today. They said, Happy Appreciation. I said, for what? For what? They tell me it's Pastor's Appreciation Month. That's the 3rd is October. I don't know. So listen, I'm excited about that. I would like to show my love and appreciation to all the pastors that may log on, catch the replay. Listen, this work is not hard. It's not easy at all, but we're graced to do it. So I'm excited about that. Listen, I love you all. Get you some rest, and I will see you Saturday, and I will see you Sunday. I love y'all. God bless you.